All right, welcome to DeanBodi Show. DeanBodi Show. Hey everybody, what's going on? How's it going? Happy Tuesday. And the reason I know it's Tuesday is because the landscapers come out here making all the noise every single Tuesday. I mean, you got to come out every week, but before we get into that whole rabbit hole, who's the good girl? Good girl, Bodi. Good girl, Bodi. She's the best girl in the world. Oh, yeah. DeanBodi.com. 800-878-9698. The Bodi Hotline, Fun Line. Call the Bodi line. Say something nice to Bodi. She's been waiting for you. We've been going through it over here, man. We're getting things back kicked in and going again and doing our thing over here. So leave a nice message for Bodi. She misses you. We miss you. And oh my gosh, well, man, we're getting back on track the best that we can over here. But DeanBodi.com, the links are on there. Want to get you over to the podcast, want to get you over to the YouTube channel, DeanBodi space show, YouTube channel. Also, the podcast, Apple, Spotify, Amazon, Pandora, TuneIn, wherever you get your podcasts. We're on all the platforms. Hey, numbers are holding strong, even though in our absence, we're still holding strong. You know, we're going through it over here. The last episode, the big show, the reason why the video did not go on the YouTube channel, because the music I chose, Eddie Van Halen and Frank Sinatra, it's not royalty-free music. Well, what a difference a month makes. Because it used to be they just would demonetize it so you couldn't monetize. And I get it. I totally respect that. And I thought that was going to happen. But this time they said, your video's been blocked because of certain things in that. So they've gotten a little more strict. In just a little time, things are constantly changing. But I had the video in my photo album for safekeeping. But, you know, that's the reason why I couldn't post it. But what are you going to do? The podcast is up. Man, we almost went the whole hour. And we did our little zippity-doo-dah. We got the big show done before the election is over. That's right, I said it. It's not over yet. So, listen, man. My condition has a first name. It's adrenal. My condition has a second name. It's insufficiency. Though I deal with this thing every day. And if you ask me why, I'll say adrenal insufficiency is something I do every day. Oh! And Bodi's going through folliculitis. Bodi's going through folliculitis. So listen, man. Bodi's Buffet last night was unbelievable. And why is there always another thing of garbage to throw out? Every time you bring the bag up front, you tie it all up nicey nice, getting ready for when you go outside, you're going to throw it away. There's always one more thing before you leave the house to throw in there. And you got to undo the knot. You got to put the other thing. Anyway, I do because, I don't know, I'm always finding something else, man. The paper towel runs out with that last sheet. You got to throw the tube out. Yeah, you can throw it in the new garbage, but the whole idea is throwing out the garbage so you have something fresh and something new now with no garbage in it for a little while, and that's got to go in the one that's going outside. So whether you're finding a little thing on the floor, whether you're emptying a toilet paper roll or a paper towel roll, or I don't know, you squeeze the last little fart noise out of the mustard, and that's got to go. It's something. You all of a sudden you decide you're going to clean your eyeglasses with the alcohol wipe, and then that's got to. You got to throw it in the one that's going out. Anyways, this is how we do it over here, DeanBodi. But Bodi, her buffet was crazy last night. So I got these Amazon. Hey, listen, nice going, Amazon. At the Whole Foods, we got these wild-caught salmon fillets that were, this is probably the best I've ever had. I made them myself, and, you know, a little salt and pepper. That's it. You don't need nothing else. Under the broiler, skin is on. I do the flesh side facing up, and not all the way the tippy top on the broiler. One notch down. You don't need to, you know, catch the whole house on fire. So one notch down is good, and you just kind of got to keep an eye on it. As soon as it starts browning around the edges, and on the salmon, you can watch the flesh. And when that flesh starts kind of cooking, halfway through that fillet, you can tell you're almost there. Then you flip it over and the skin is up, and just let it go with the skin on there until that skin just gets a little crispy, because you're going to peel it off anyway. And shut it off, let it finish up a little bit. You take it out, because it's still cooking when you take it out. Don't forget that whole cooking process time. And then you're good to go. Let it rest for a while, peel that skin off. Unbelievable. Squeeze some lemon on it. I'm telling you, man, this fish was so unbelievable. Bodi had a big plate of the salmon. I had a nice little fillet. And as we're changing the dietary thing and we're cranking up the fats, that's a good fatty fish. And we're getting ourselves dialed in. We got a long way to go. And we're grinding out the energy. And, as we're coming at you daily mindset, because we know life comes at you daily over here, DeanBodi, not weekly and monthly. So it might be every other daily. It might be every third daily or fourth daily. We're grinding it out, because this is like adrenal fatigue on steroids. This is like a whole nother level of adrenal. That's why they call it insufficiency, because they're shut off, but they're little by little, it's creeping back. We got a ways to go. We've dropped about 25 pounds, got a bunch of yuck out of me, got a bunch of whatever, plus the muscles that have kind of atrophied and all is part of the weight loss too. And you know what? When this gets all back on track and I start taking normal steps again, because I'm still walking around on what I said the last episode, Jello foot, rubber band hips. And we're walking around like, I don't know, we're roller skating, but not really. So, this is like the nuttiest. I'm trying to bring some comedy to this so I don't go crazy and lose my mind on this. So, that's why I sang that song in the beginning. Okay? My condition has a first name. It's adrenal. My condition has a second name. It's insufficiency. Though I deal with this thing every day. And if you ask me why, I'll say adrenal insufficiency is I deal with every day. Oh! Incredible. The most painful thing. Listen, you know what? Before I get into Bodi's Buffet, let me tell you, a big shout out to the people that deal with chronic constant pain, all right? Oh, yeah. I remember what I was going to say about the supplement that was on TV, Relief Factor. If you're in pain, Relief Factor. I was so desperate, on top of all the other things I was taking, I ordered some of this stuff. And you got to watch it. When you go order this stuff, they try to get you into some kind of membership every month. Then you got to go back in, undo the membership, and make sure, otherwise every month you're going to get a sack of this stuff. But I stopped it at one. And you get these little packets. Okay, whatever's in there. And they give you not just one thing for inflammation, but 4. Yeah? Okay, well, adrenal insufficiency pain is laughing at Relief Factor because it didn't even put a dent. All right? So, that being said, doesn't do it. I don't know what kind of teeny weeny little baby pain you got, but it ain't doing nothing for what I had going on. Not even close. So listen, what I'm trying to say is, shout out to people with chronic pain, people that were like, in the military, or, going through some really intense health issues, or cancer, or things like that, or that are dealing with chronic, intense pain all the time. And let me tell you, I've never had long-term pain, which is like 24/7 all the time. That's just wailing on you. Like Chucky's got a switchblade and sticking it in your tuchus and grinding it around and messing with all the nerves. That kind of crazy pain. 0 sleep, none. And you wonder why so many people get hooked on the pain meds and the Oxycontins and all of that crazy stuff, because when you are trying to sleep and you can't find the position and there's nowhere for you to go to get comfortable, it's not only is it way more, it's seriously unhealthy when you're not getting any rest, because your body heals when it rests. Your body repairs itself while you sleep. And if you're not getting any quality sleep or quality rest, you're not healing properly. So you're going to take something so you can finally just crash. Man, it's a brutal kind of trap you fall into. And, listen, of course, the nutrition, getting your diet dialed in, having an anti-inflammatory kind of lifestyle with your nutrition is major. And you got to be patient with that. This is not an overnight thing, but you got to stay on it. So I always say, hey, it takes a year for your body to rebuild. When I was trying to get the answers for this whole thing, how long does it take for the muscle atrophy or the myalgia to clear up from adrenal gland insufficiency, secondary, they give you this whole weeks to months nonsense. Could be 6 months or whatever. I'm preparing myself. It's not getting worse, but I got a ways to go. But Bodi and I'm in Bodi's rehab center. Bodi's folliculitis is healing up nicely, and we're doing our thing over there. She's got another week of antibiotics to handle the internal bacterial infection. Both of us, man, 2 peas in a pod. So, listen, what I'm trying to get at is the long way around. And listen, my mental clarity is not there right now, but we're showing up here. We're getting the DeanBodi Show. We're going to give you real life stories because we're coming at you. And we talk real talk. We don't have time to play games and make up stories or whatever. This is real life stuff really going on. And if anybody out there is going through it also, because I talked to you about I deal with anxiety at a high level, and depersonalization, derealization, those branches of. I've been diagnosed with bipolar, all of these things going on with me. And, this is adrenal gland insufficiency is the icing on the cake. More painful than anything I've ever gone through by 1,000. Unbelievable. And I don't want a pity party. I don't want anybody feeling bad for me. Things could always be worse. We're going to come out of this bigger, better, and stronger. Bodi's going to come out of her thing bigger, better, and stronger. And who knew? Every now and then, with her, you got a little hair follicle here and there, gets bacteria in it, and next thing you know, you got folliculitis. So, we're dealing with that also. Wow. Anyway, big shout out to people that are dealing with serious, intense, chronic pain. That relief factor's not going to do it. Real serious, intense pain, 24/7, 365 is something brutal. I've never experienced that before, where you can't find a comfortable spot, and you just can't get it done. It's pretty intense. So that's calmed down a little bit, and you can see these little things, little by little changes, and I want to look at that as a positive, as little signs of my adrenal glands are starting to come back. And my pituitary is talking to the adrenal glands a lot better, and to help them make cortisol again, so we can get our life back and get back into the gym, and we're going to be building myself back bigger, better, and stronger. You'll see, but it's going to take time. One thing that I don't have with something like this is patience. One thing that I don't have with something like this is, whatever. And plus, you don't have a time frame. You don't really know how long it's going to take. But you're going to be going through this with me, and I'll tell you exactly when I start taking normal steps when I'm walking Bodi, that's when I'll know my muscles underneath me. The jello foot is no longer, it's starting to heal. The rubber band hips are starting to get stronger, and the muscles in the pelvic girdle in my legs and feet are going to start getting more tone and stronger. It's going to take time. This is the way it is. And in the meantime, continue to work, continue to show up, and we're going to get this DeanBodi Show rolling again. So Bodi's Buffet. Hold on, man. Bodi had a buffet last night. So we had the salmon, and she had a nice plate of that. I couldn't believe how delicious it was. It was over the top because it was just fresh. When you have fish that is fresh, it's night and day. And I also got some filet mignons, and they cut them in medallions, and I got some of those. And first I pan-seared them, salt and pepper, a little olive oil in the pan, and then finished them off in the oven. And those came out pretty good too. And, she had some of that. So after Bodi had some filet mignon and some salmon, and so did I, what else did she have? And that was pretty much it. And she also had a little bit of chicken that I prepared, but she didn't feel like the chicken, fresh roasted chicken. So for the night, I put out, and I always put out her real food from Fresh Pet that's refrigerated with the turkey bacon, the chicken sausages, and the real chicken food that's in the refrigerator section. I mean, it's good, high quality stuff. And most of the time she doesn't eat it, but it's always there. So, and then she eats what's on the side, like it's the chicken, the roasted chicken, or the steak, or the fish. So I have, for her buffet last night, was a little bowl of the salmon. There was a little bit, still some left over. Some roasted chicken I had. I put that in the other bowl. And next to that was pretty much it. Yeah, the chicken, the salmon, and her real food. And then it was going to sleep time. So I get up today. She leaves the stuff like the salmon and the chicken, doesn't touch it. And this time she eats the real food. Go figure. Bodi's got her own little tastes. Bodi does what she wants to do. But I love her so much. I want her to have it and give her choices so she can enjoy. And that's how we do it over here, DeanBodi Show. That's how we do it over here in the DeanBodi haberdashery. That's how we roll. So it's kind of cool. Let me tell you, Bodi gets the buffet. Bodi kind of eats the stuff that I'm eating. And I'm doing my thing over here, getting myself dialed in. And now that I'm in nutritional ketosis, and I checked my blood thing today, and I was in the ketosis range, and we're learning, we're doing our thing, one thing at a time. We got the ghee, we got the the grass-fed unsalted butter, we got all the stuff, the MCT oils and all these things for the bulletproof coffee. And we're gonna, all the other stuff I had here went in the garbage, man. You got to get rid of. Man, it's been a little bit of a process, but that's how you do it, one day at a time. I know nothing. I'm going in this thing like I'm in kindergarten, open up my brain, put the ego aside, learn something new, and, and you practice it. And you got to be consistent with anything like this, whether it's the gym, whether it's your nutrition, whether it's positive mental attitude, whether it's DeanBodi Show, whatever you're doing in your life, consistency is what's going to get you down the road. So, thank you for being patient with me. Sorry about the big show video didn't make it because it wasn't royalty-free music. But let me tell you something. When we did the meditations, and I'm going to use Eddie Van Halen and give him a tribute to that song Eruption, nobody but the original is going to do. If I'm going to do Frank Sinatra's song my way, nobody but the original is going to do, and let YouTube do whatever they're going to do. But I didn't think they were going to totally block it. What are you going to do? So we're going to keep moving forward. We're going to zigzag through all the stuff we're going through, and this is how we're going to do it. Because she's the good girl, Bodi. She's the best girl in the world. Yeah, the good girl, Bodi. Yeah, best girl in the world. Oh, yeah. DeanBodi.com, 800-878-9698, Bodi Hotline, Fun Line. Call the Bodi line. Remember, DeanBodi.com, we got the links on there. Want to get you over to the podcast, Apple, Spotify, wherever you get your podcasts, and the YouTube channel, DeanBodi Show, DeanBodi space show, YouTube channel. Hey, if you like what's going on over here, consider subscribing. Clicking the like button would be awesome. Ring that notification bell so you don't miss any of the episodes, because we're coming at you again. Those of you that are stuck with me, I really appreciate you. And, other than that, besides clicking the like, ringing the bell, and subscribing if you like what's going on over here, well, that's what you got going on. Whatever you want to do. Do your thing, because we're doing ours. All right. DeanBodi Show. Listen, have an awesome rest of your day, and we're going to be coming at you, and that's how we're doing it. It's so great to be back. We love you over here, DeanBodi, and life is going to throw you some major curveballs at times, some unintentional, and hopefully you're going to keep driving forward. And, what doesn't kill you makes you stronger, right? And that's just how it is. And it's in the suffering that you learn. You learn from things you do wrong, not from things you do right. And sometimes when you have a challenging, like a health, just be thankful that we're here another day. and we can move forward in life. And that's just how we're going to do it. So, as my computer decided to take a little break, and I'm still going to keep talking to you because zippity-doo-dah, zippity-yay, my oh my, what a glorious day, plenty of sunshine coming our way, zippity-doo-dah, zippity-yay, yada-dee-da-ba-da-doo-doo, ba-da-bee, za-doo, zippity-da-ba-da-ba-da, zippity-doo-dah, zippity-yay. Have an awesome day. Listen, have a great day. DeanBodi.com. Oh, yeah.